My name is Abhishek. I'm a legal intern at Lexis & Company. So today's my topic is Supreme Court judgment on SR Steel case. So before proceeding with the topic, I request you please like, share my videos and subscribe the channel LexClick. So in a major judgment, the Supreme Court has paved the way for global steel giant ArcelorMittal to take over SR Steel. So let us talk about what are the different types of creditors. So the Companies Act 2013 merely introduced the term creditor without any classification thereof. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code (IBC) has introduced new concept of financial creditor and operational creditor as opposed to the above. So let us talk about what is operational creditor. So operational creditor is a person to whom an operational debt is owed and includes any person to whom such debt has been legally assigned or transferred. In other words, the vendors and suppliers of raw material etc. are the operational creditors. So in the SR case, these were Dakshin, Gujarat Energy, Bharat Petroleum and Indian Oil, GAIL, ONGC and the NTPC. So let us talk about what is financial creditor. So financial creditor is any person to whom a financial debt is owed and includes a person to whom such debt has been legally assigned or transferred to. So in simple terms, we can say that they are those who provide long-term capital in the form of loans, or a public sector lenders are SR Steel's primary financial creditors. So let us talk about what is this dispute. So SR Steel owes around 54,500 crore of its creditors, financial creditors and the operational creditors combined. The company had been put on the block under IBC to recover the unpaid dues. The Ahmedabad Bench of National Company Law Tribunal (NCLT) had in March 2019 approved global steel giant ArcelorMittal's bid for SR Steel. So ArcelorMittal had offered an upfront cash payment of about 42,000 crores to financial creditors and capital infusion of rupees 8,000 crore in the next few years. The operational creditors had opposed the bid on the basis of that they were getting national payment while 92.5% of the financial creditors' dues were being paid. So NCLAT order is such that the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal in July 2019 had ordered equal distribution of funds among all classes of creditors. It ruled that the operational creditors should be treated on a par with the financial creditors for distribution of funds from ArcelorMittal's bid in the SR Steel insolvency case. So the National Tribunal had said all operational creditors, including employees within claim below rupees 1 crore, were to recover 100% of their dues. So financial and operational lenders having claims above rupees 1 crore were allowed to recover 60.7% of their total dues. So as of July 2019, total debt is the SR Steel had inflated to around rupees 69,000 crores. And following fresh claims by some operational creditors, the Committee of Creditors (COC) had filed petition against NCLAT judgment, and the COC challenged that it should recover more than operational creditors in the bankruptcy resolution process. So what is the Supreme Court judgment on this? The Supreme Court decision overrules NCLAT's July 2019 judgment. The verdict paves the way for ArcelorMittal's takeover of the bankrupt SR Steel. The court said the COC will have a final say in the resolution plans under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code (IBC). The NCLT and NCLAT cannot interfere with the commercial decisions taken by the COC. So, what is the judgment of significant? What is the judgment so significant? So, bankruptcy cases, the insolvency and bankrupt process is still young in India. There is a long way to get yet, especially in the matter of recovery percentage, and moreover, significant capital is locked up in the bankrupt companies. So given these clarification made in the judgment could help in the quickening the number of other cases that are stuck in the insolvency court. So primacy, the Supreme Court has upheld the primacy of financial creditors over the operational creditors in the repayment of process, and it is the financial creditors who provide capital to an enterprise and their interest are secured in the form of collateral on the firm's asset. The operational creditors are unsecured creditors and they cannot claim equality of precedence over financial creditors. The ruling clarifies that the COC is supreme when it comes to deciding on commercial issues and including the repayment of waterfall in an insolvency resolution. A waterfall payment is the payment system by which senior lenders receive principal and interest payment from a borrower first and subordinate lender after. So time limit. The apex court has also held a 330 date limit for resolution is not sacrosanct, and this will ensure that the creditors are not pressured to accept a below per deal due to paucity of time. Next is banks. With the go-ahead given to the sale of Essar Steel, the banks could recover over 90% of the over rupees 40,000 crore that the company owes them. The operational creditors are said to receive close to 1,200 crore, and this would be clearly help improve the financial position of weak public sector banks and boost profitability. So that's it. Thank you.